A man from Derbyshire has been awarded almost £20,000 in damages from Derbyshire Police after he was headbutted by an on-duty police constable during a traffic dispute. Now, this is a story some of you will already know from Crimebodge's channel and from a report that I made on the 9th of December 2020, if you've been subscribed that long. I will link to both videos in the description. Well, former PC Mark Knights was convicted for his assault on Ben Joynes after a lengthy process following the assault which occurred on the 21st of November 2019 in Ambergate in Derby. Ben Joynes wasn't even the focus of Knights' attention at the time, as Knights was said to have been heading to a non-emergency call when he got stuck in traffic behind Ben. He is said to have asked Mr. Joynes to pull over to let him past, but Mr. Joynes explained that if he could wait just a moment, then he would be able to pull forward with the rest of the traffic. Knights, being one of those overinflated ego type of plod, didn't take kindly to the polite refusal, which was less of a refusal and more of a necessity, as Mr. Joynes couldn't really pull over at the time due to the space. Knights started to take photos of Mr. Joynes' car, so Mr. Joynes got out of his car and returned the favour and started snapping away images of Knights. After Mr. Joynes had got back into his vehicle, Knights pulled up alongside and called him a fat cunt. Mr. Joynes then got out of his car, went up to Knight and asked him to repeat what he had said, at which point Knights replied with a headbutt to Mr. Joynes' face, allegedly with such force as to cut a gash in Knight's forehead with Mr. Joynes' teeth. Mr. Joynes was then taken to the floor and handcuffed before being put in a police van. Sometime later, it's said that Knight's colleagues released Mr. Joynes and apologised. Of course, a complaint was made to Derbyshire Police Professional Standards Department, who did their usual trick of trying to make it disappear by ignoring it, and Mr. Joynes eventually stumbled across Crimebodge, who decided to take action himself against Mark Knight in a private prosecution for his unprovoked and malicious attack. Now, it took about a year, but eventually Mark Knights was found guilty by Southern Derbyshire Magistrates Court for headbutting innocent Ben Joynes, but this was, it seemed, designed to offer Knights the lowest form of punishment for his offences. And you can hear more about that part in Crimebodge's update video found here and in the description. Crimebodge by this time had already referred the case to Ian Gould from DPP Law in Liverpool. The conviction, although pathetic, saw Knights up on misconduct charges and ultimately dismissed from Derbyshire Police Force in March 2021. Fast forward 2.5 years, and it's been confirmed that Derbyshire Police have now paid £19,950 in compensation to Ben Joynes for his troubles. A spokesperson for Derbyshire Police said, "The force has settled a claim brought in relation to former PC Mark Knights which related to an assault, unlawful arrest and malicious prosecution. PC Mark Knights was prosecuted following this incident and dismissed from the force. We expect the highest level of professionalism, word salad warning, from our officers and staff, and on this occasion that level was not met." Mr. Joynes said at the time that news of Knight's conviction and sacking was a massive relief, adding, "I think the bottom line is justice has prevailed. It's good that I can now put it behind me and get on with my life. The past year or so has been tough. There were many times when I thought justice was not going to come. It's had quite an impact on my son, who was 18 at the time. It's been a tough time for us as a family, but I'm trying to get back to normal." Ian Gould, Mr. Joynes' brief, has written a blog post about the case and subsequent win, which I will also link to in the description. Now this, folks, is why you should never give up in your pursuit for justice. By being bullied or frustrated into giving up simply is not an option, as that kind of defeat only gives more power and credibility to police abusing their powers and being able to get away with their actions by not being held to account. I myself have been fighting an unlawful arrest from February 2019.
And in the heightened state of terrorism that we've got at the moment, we don't know if you're doing hostile reconnaissance on our vehicles. Okay.
Do you have reason to believe that I'm doing hostile reconnaissance?
In this day and age, yes, sir.
So you have reason to believe right now. You have reasonable suspicion.
Under the Terrorism Act, I don't need to believe.
Okay. Hold on a minute. Oh, sorry, not allowed on the wall, am I? I'll tell you what.
Could you take that bag off the wall?
Hold on. Hold on.
It's not your property, is it, sir?
Hold on.
Who are you telling to hold on, sir?
I'm telling you to hold on.
Okay. I asked you about 5 minutes ago to take it off the wall.
You told me to take my equipment off the wall.
All of it?
Okay, well, I was talking to you, wasn't I? What am I supposed to do? Ignore you to do that?
No, you've got two hands.
Would you prefer me to
Don't get uppity with me, sir, please. Okay? I've asked you to do something.
Right.
To take your property off someone else's property.
Hang on a minute. Let's get back to the reasonable suspicion.
I don't need reasonable suspicion under the terrorism activities.
Which one?
Section 44 of the Terrorism Act.
Section 44, well, you can go away then, because Section 44 doesn't exist anymore.
It does, actually.
It doesn't, actually.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. Section 44.
To repeal the act.
Section 44 does not exist anymore. What's the number, please, sir?
Can I just speak to you for 2 seconds?
No, have a look.
6621. Do you mind?
Do you mind?
Because of your presence here now,
right,
and there's police officers who are on duty and off duty, when they leave this station, they're not happy with your presence, okay?
Okay.
Which is antisocial behaviour, kind of. Right, if you know what I
Well,
mean.
no, it's not.
No, I'm telling you, so you listen to me for a change,
right,
okay?
Don't start getting like that to me.
I will tell you, and I'll speak in my tone, okay? Right? Officers are now having to go out of another way because they're worried about the reasons for why you are here.
Right.
Okay, because you are sitting here filming into a police car park, okay? Right? So under Section 50 of the Police Reform Act, I now would like your details. If you refuse, you will be arrested, okay?
Okay. Are you going to give us your name and address?
You're really going down this route, aren't you?
Yes. So you're going to be arrested unless you now provide. You've caused your name and address and distress to several police officers. Now provide your name and address, or you will be arrested.
The first, hang about.
The police reform act. You don't have to say anything.
I have not. Hold on, you can't turn that off.
The arrest and incident, which is what prompted me into starting this channel. If you're new to the channel and haven't seen that series of videos, I will link to them in the description as well. But after more than 3 years, I have today, strangely enough, received a letter from my brief that Merseyside Police want me to drop hands. A term used when a defending party tried to persuade you into discontinuing your efforts for justice by giving you the opportunity to pull out of the prosecution without having to pay any of their legal costs if you lose. In other words, they don't want me to go to trial, and they're trying to make it seem like they are trying to do me a favour. Now, I have to make a decision on whether to accept that offer or not. Only joking. Also, I'm not accepting that fucking offer. You must think I'm mad if you think I'm going to do that. I run a channel such as this, holding police to account and highlighting police corruption. You think I'm going to give up? I will be going to trial, but I would like to know if there's anyone else out there who's had a drop hands offer from police in the pursuit of justice. I've got to be completely honest, I've never heard of the term until now, and I would really like to hear from anybody who has actually had such an offer, what it was over and what happened. Did you take it? Did you not? What happened if you didn't take it? Really interested to know. So if you've got any stories you want to share with me, hit me up in the comments.